Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Look into my heart. Leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock, and the door shall be open. Seek, and you will find. Ask, and you will be given the key to this heart of mine. I'll be waiting there with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Mm-hmm. Welcome to my world. Yeah, welcome to the world of the Songfather on October 1st, 2019, the first day of my birthday month. Hope everybody heard my list. I'm trying to adjust this light a little bit here. That's a little bit better. So, I hope everybody paid close attention to that list. Anyway, so hope everybody had a good night. Tonight starts the wild card games. The playoffs are underway. We got to wait to the end of the week for the Yankees. But some people are waiting until next spring, so I am not complaining. And it's just amazing that coming down to the last day, the Yankees were leading in homers, and then on the last day, what the heck? I forgot the team now already. Damn it. Hit 3 home runs in one game, and they ended up winning the home run title by 1 home run. But all that's for naught, as they say, because it don't matter what you did now in the preseason. This is the new season. What happens now, going all the way into the World Series, that's what's important. So, very nicely done. Mr. Peanuts, President Peanuts Carter is 95 years old today. And he's still out there, and he's out there plugging and building houses for Habitat and everything else. Very good. Very good guy. Not a great president, but he was a good guy. So, all right, we'll get to a couple of news today. Don't forget, now, today is Blue Eyes Tuesday. So, a couple of the regular ones, and then a whole bunch of ones I haven't sang in a while, and ending with my favorite song. So let's get to a few stories, shall we? We shall. Tino, say hello. Tino, we're going nuts. Pazzo bird. Pazzo uccello. You okay now? What? Okay, sorry. Wow. So over in Malaysia, a man in a wheelchair was going down a path with his friend alongside I don't want to say it was a whole full-fledged river. Maybe we call it a creek if you want. So they're walking down. The guy's got no legs. And what was that? Sounds like a kitten. He throws himself out of the wheelchair, crawls along the ground, down the embankment of this waterway, and by a storm drain there, and there's a kitten stuck in there. Can't get out as the water's rising. Grabs the kitten, crawls back out, starts trying to crawl back up the embankment, hands it to his friend. His friend pulls him up, saves the kitten. We're winning. And I got the biggest kick out of this. I called it, nobody believed me, but I called it way back when. The bagel twerp, bagel boss, bagel shithead, whatever you want to call him, that's had this Napoleon complex since the womb. Was supposed to fight Lenny Dykstra. Then Lenny Dykstra dropped out because he attacked him. So then he was supposed to fight somebody else. And to be honest with you, I don't know who. I really don't care. But he backed out. He never showed up. So, okay, all right. So he didn't show up. He's a coward. He's a sissy. He's you know what? Goes further than that. He already got paid. He asked to be paid in advance. So they paid him up front, and he never showed. Now we can go to jail. Let's see how you're fighting there, Mr. Bagel Twerp. Wow. And over in Ireland, they're celebrating a bar that is, oh my God, I can't even say it. It's unbelievable. 1,100 years old. The walls are still the same. The roof has been changed, fixed, repaired, whatever it is. But the walls are still the same, 1,100 years old. Are you kidding me? Wow. And it's, I should have wrote the name down. What a jackass. Well, you can look it up. Just type it in the search bar, 1,100-year-old bar in Ireland. I'll give you the name. So if anybody's ever making a trip there, like my sister's over there now, go there, go see, go check it out. I mean, there's got to be a ton of stories in there and things hanging on the wall. Who the hell knows? But 1,100 years old, man. And some of the people that went there to the grand opening are still alive because they're preserved so well. I just made that up right now. Actually, Tino's the one that just told me. Anyway, so over in Montana, a husband and wife from Spokane, Washington, went on a vacation. She is he's a retired male person, letter carrier, whatever the frig is, the right way, politically correct. And she's still working as a letter carrier. And they go on vacation over to Montana and having a good time. And their border collie gets lost and they can't find it. So they spend almost the rest of their vacation trying to find the border collie in hysteria. They can't find it. She calls up the job, says, "Look, I'm going to be out another week, blah, blah, blah." Okay, and they put her out. Can't find it. She ends up leaving him there with a bunch of volunteer searchers. And she goes all the way back, drives all the way back to Spokane, Washington from Montana, goes to the post office where she worked and said, "Listen," told them what happened. She goes, "I'm going to need another, like a week or 2 weeks off." And they said, "I'm sorry, we can't give it to you. We need you here." So she said, "Well, okay, I quit." And she left, walked out the door and went back. 57 days it took, but they finally found the puppy. Oh, well, the pooch. She was 2 years old, but still. It took them 57 days to get reunited with their border collie. Beautiful. Beautiful story. She quit her job, and I know people that worked for the post office, and, she makes enough of a squawk about it to the news stations and TV, and gets a lot of play and a lot of press. They might bend just a little bit. But otherwise, she's done. I had a good friend of mine that was with the post office up here for a long time. And his wife kept busting his balloons. Let's sell the house, move down to North Carolina. We could buy a house 10 times the size of this and live like kings and queens and blah, blah, blah. So, okay. He was one of the top guys, in the department. So they do it. He puts in for his transfer. They give it to him. He transfers down there. They sell the house. And actually, they're having a hard time getting their price up here, but they went down there. And he's going up and down, back and forth. Okay, on his days off, going back up, trying to sell the house. They finally sell the house, pays off the house that they got there. They're not there. First of all, he loses all his seniority. Nobody told him that was going to happen. So he went from making probably 75 to 80 grand a year back down to 40 something. Starting all over. Okay? So that wasn't very good for the marriage. Then after 2 years, I don't like it here. I want to go back to New York. You're going back to New York. And you're going in a casket. What are you, crazy? I gave up my seniority, come down here, sold the house, had to buy this, then. Oh, my God, it's unbelievable. And so, that's how the post office is. They didn't tell him. So then when he asked to be reinstated back up to New York, if he came back to New York, they told him, no, you have to come back as a regular letter carrier. And right now it's a little tied up, so you'll be working holidays and weekends until you can work your way back. And, they didn't want him back. They got rid of it. They got rid of the 80 grand a year. They're not putting it back in. So, needless to say, he's still down there. She's up here. But what are you going to do? Nothing against them. I was just trying to point out how the post office is. And, rightfully so. Very strong union, but you got to do the right thing by the company. And, most companies are not going to say, "Oh, you can't find your dog. Take as much time as you want. Don't worry about it." No. And then in Texas, a school bus driver season when the school year just started up, and he keeps driving up, pick them up at their certain spots, and but this one particular corner stop, whatever it is that he picks them out at, there was about 7 of them that would wait, and they were waiting in grass and weeds that were like up to the knees, Then a couple of weeks went by, and now it's up to their thighs. Some of them was up to their belt, and it was like, took him to school one day, went home, got his lawnmower, came back, mowed the entire lawn, by the curb where where the bus stop was. But he also did the entire lawn. Didn't live in the area, just thought it was timely to do that. And it turns out that the owners of the house were repossessed or dispossessed or possessed, I don't know. And the house had been, vacant for 2.5 years. And obviously, whoever was supposed to take care of it hadn't been so. But he went and did that on his own because he was worried about the kids. And, what if it's a dark one day or it's raining and they're all hanging out in there and he don't see them and one of them, whatever. He just went on his own and did the right thing. So, and again, another person that wasn't looking for any attaboys, attagirls, pats on the back. He went, as he was doing it, people in the neighborhood took pictures of him, and one or two videoed it, and they sent it to the news after they asked him what they're doing. Do you work for the bank? Or he goes, no, I drive the bus. I'm very scared about these kids hanging out in this camp. And then they went and told the news, and that's how it got out. But good job, man. Good job. Then in Virginia, this is an unbelievable story. And, I'll tell you at the end why it's unbelievable to me but why it made me cringe. But down in Virginia, a woman was walking and, through like a park, like a Central Park kind of thing, except without the muggers. And so as she's walking down, a squirrel comes running out and stops right in front of her and just looking at her, with the tail going. So she backs up a little bit. She's looking at it. And what the hell's going on here? He starts doing, they make those noises, They call them chirps, but they're not like bird chirps, but, like that. Pretty good, right? You're damn right. And so she waits a little bit, and she goes, well, he's not attacking me. All right. So she goes to walk around. Boom, he gets in front of her. Then it runs at her and starts, with its nails, starts pulling on the bottom of the pant legs like this. Lets go, runs over to the side, where the grass starts off the path, and down a little bit, making the noises again, runs back, grabs her leg again, runs back, and now she's like, what the hell is going on here? So she goes over to check, and this was the mommy, and her baby was there, and it looked like it had gotten whacked by a cat or something, and the little baby was crying, and the squirrel was like looking at her. So she slowly reaches over. The squirrel doesn't do anything. Picks up the baby, cleans it off. They walks it down a little bit further, back into the bush area. Makes a little nest out of leaves and stuff all around it. Laid the little baby nicely down on top. Okay, boom, 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 and then walked away. So she starts to take a couple of steps, and she don't know what made her turn to look back, I guess, to see if everything was okay. And now there's like 5 adults, not adults, but adult squirrels following her. And the little baby that she just took care of is walking with a limp. And I know right now everybody's going, get out of here. I'm telling you, it's a true story. So she looks, and they all come up, and they're like just, kind of just hanging around her legs. She reaches into her backpack. She had 2 sandwiches in there that she took for her little hike. And she starts feeding them all, breaking it up into little tiny pieces. They eat the whole thing up, and they go away. They all go running up this tree, and she sees the little babies trying to get up, and she can't. And, or he, whatever it was, but, get up like a little bit and then fall back down. And then whatever. So now she's saying, well, maybe it wasn't a cat. Maybe this is what happened. You don't know. Maybe you fell out of the tree. Maybe the nest was up there. So she goes over, and she's going to help it, but then all the other squirrels started making noises, and she got scared. So she called animal control, and they came out, and they got the baby, and they got himself in a bucket, and they put her up. Sure enough, there was a nest a little higher up where they were staying, and they put it up there in the nest. All the other squirrels were coming up, and everybody went on their happy way. Holy moly, that is a hell of a story. It took me almost an hour to tell that story, but it's just unbelievable. And I just thought it was very cool. Because when I moved out to the island of Long from the Bronx, didn't see many squirrels. Saw a lot of rats, but no. But for some reason, I think it's because, a couple of them kind of charged at me. I didn't know what to do with them, and then I was told, if you bite you, you're gonna have rabies. You got to get 50 shots in your stomach. And, oh my God! So I had nightmares for I don't know, I would probably say 10 years. All the way into my 20s, I would have this nightmare at least 3-4 times a week. That I was walking down the street, and all of a sudden, boom, they started dropping out of the trees and chasing me, and I'm running for my freaking life. And I jump into a car, and it was the kind without the electric windows, if anybody knows what that is. And I'm rolling up the window and as quick as I can, and they're trying to claw their way through. It was a convertible, through the convertible, and one got its head in, and I'm rolling it, and the window goes up on its head, and right like before the head would pop off, I would wake up. That was the dream, for a long time. So now I'm hearing this story, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. Some good press for the squirrels. What, Tino? No, you're a bird. You're not a squirrel. Anyway, in Virginia is a 4-year-old girl who is battling brain cancer. She's had several surgeries. And so people in the neighborhood, and not that she lived in the neighborhood, but that worked there, and carpenters and everything else, they went into her backyard unannounced. They just showed up one day with the trucks and everything else. The family's like, what the hell's going on here? And they went in and they built her an unbelievable playground for her and her friends. Slides and swings and a little dollhouse and this and that. Just unbelievable what they did. It's so beautiful. The smile on her face just tells you that that's going to help her beat what she's got to beat, because, I've said it 100 times. It's your mind that is the best medicine, more than the chemo they can give you. It's how you take it, If you sit around not doing anything, I was going through my chemo, my hair falling out and everything else. Sometimes I couldn't walk seriously 5 feet without being, like almost collapsing out of fatigue and out of breath. But I never stopped. When I was strong, I went shopping. I got in the car. I went to visit friends, drank espresso, had sambuca, whatever. And I think that's a good part of it, Plus, I played Assassin's Creed for like 7-8 hours a day, because once the chemo fog brain kicks in, you don't even realize what's going on. All I knew was I was saving the world. That's right. But so God bless her, and everybody put up some prayers for her. 4 years old, she's got a whole life ahead of her, and she's got to deal with this. But she's got the right attitude, so love it. And then here in New York, that's right, New York is in the news. On the good news. There's a professional violinist that's been playing the violin for 30-something years all over the world. Italy, the Vatican, the Met in New York. No, not the Mets, the Met. You name it, this guy's played there. And so we started volunteering with the animal shelters and, what the hell is it? Imagine, I'm telling you, I'm getting my father's brain here. Daddy-O, what'd you do to me, Daddy-O? ASPCA. So they started sending him to different places, but he started going to this one in particular. And it's like a special care shelter for animals with medical conditions and diseases, and some that don't have much time to live. Almost like a hospice for dogs, God forbid. Not every one of them was, but, no kill. But so he would go in, and, you got some of the dogs in there that, especially when a stranger shows up, all excited and running back and forth and barking at them and howling and at the top of their lungs, blah, 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 blah. And he would go in, get everything set up, sit in his chair, and as soon as he started playing, dead silence. And even the ones that were scared and shy, like kind of curled up in the back corner, they all would come to the front by the cages and just sit there or lay there and, listen to him. And some would fall asleep to it. And now he signed on, the ASPCA hired him for this one particular place. So now he's getting a salary because it was I think it was a pretty far drive for him to go. But worked it for him. But that's what he does now. And then he's in charge of placement now for these dogs. That's the only thing he does. Any dogs that come to this place, he plays the violin, he takes care of them, but then he's also in charge of placing them in homes, And so I always said it. You've heard it since I was you haven't heard it since I was a kid. I've heard it since I was a kid. Music calms the savage beast. Always been said. Always. If you don't believe me, go put on some Bugs Bunny cartoons, and he's done that a couple of times as he's about to be attacked, Started playing music, playing the violin, and, the Big Ape in that one, and Big Ape goes to sleep. And how did I get on Bugs Bunny on Frank Sinatra night? What the hell? I don't know. But anyway, let's go. Let's get cracking. I like this new format. I hope you guys do too. And I hope this echo thing is fixed, because in my ear, and I ran 5 tests, and there was no echo when I played it back. So I don't know what happened yesterday, but let's hope everything is cool. According to my video and my audio charts right here, my graphs, my live graphs. See how I talk? Very good. Let me just say this quickly about the Rock in the Kitchen Christmas special. Spoke with Mr. Guy Talve last night on the phone, and I will be the last performer of the show. That's a major honor, whether if you don't understand that. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's a major honor to be saved for last. And, so, we're trying to decide what we're going to do. Am I going to do like an Elvis song, Santa Bring My Baby Back to Me, or just want to do like a little jazzed up couple of Sinatra songs, which I think that's what I might do. Although I love the Santa Bring My Baby Back, but these two I have in mind from Frank, I just love them, Oh, by gosh, by golly. You know that one? Of course. And then the way he did Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells. So let's see. But yeah, it's going along. It's going to be big. It's going to be cool. And the more we talk about it and the more loyalty we get from everybody out there, it's for free when you watch it on your Netflix and you watch it on Amazon Prime, as long as you have it. Every time you watch it, something goes in the bank, if you know what I'm saying to you. Right? So let's keep that in mind. But so let's start off. Francis Albert Sinatra. And when I first heard he did this song, I was like, oh, man, that's it. He's done. He's out of his mind. He's gone. Can't happen. It can't be. I should have known better. The guy can definitely sing the phone book and have a hit with it. This is about bad Leroy Brown. Snap, everybody. Tino, there you go. Down the south side of Chicago, in the baddest part of town. And if you go down there, you better just beware of a man named Leroy Brown. Now Leroy, he's trouble. He stands about 6'4". All the downtown ladies call him treetop lover. The men just call him son. And he's bad Leroy Brown, baddest cat in the whole damn town, better than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. And now Leroy, he's a gambler, and he like his fancy clothes, and he like to wave his diamond ring in front of everybody's nose. He got a custom Continental. He's got an Eldorado too. He got a 32 gun in his pocket for fun. He got a razor in his shoe. And he's bad Leroy Brown, baddest cat in the whole damn town, better than old King Kong. Oh, he's meaner than a junkyard dog. And on Friday night, about a week ago, Leroy's shooting dice. Oops. Now Friday, about a week ago, Leroy's shooting dice. And at the edge of the bar sat a girl named Doris. Ooh, that girl looked nice. Well, he cast his eyes upon her, and the trouble soon began. Leroy Brown, he learned a lesson about a messing with wife of a jealous man. And he's bad Leroy Brown, baddest bat in the whole damn town, better than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. And he's bad Leroy Brown, baddest man in the whole damn town, stronger than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. But not no more, baby. I'm meaner than a junkyard dog. I love those songs by him. Good tune, huh? What a day this has been. What a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. There's a smile on my face for the whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. Oh, the music of life seems to be just like a bell that keeps ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when the bell starts to peal, I could swear I was falling, swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love. Oh, the music of life seems to be like a bell that keeps ringing for me. Oh, by the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I could swear I was falling, swear I was falling. I could swear I was falling in love. Falling in love. Yeah. Nice, eh? You're just too marvelous for words. Like glorious and glamorous, and that old standby amorous. It's all too wonderful, and it's too very, very. What happened here? Start it again. Stupid. I skipped the whole verse. Forgive me. You're just too marvelous for words. Like glorious, glamorous, and that old standby amorous. It's all too wonderful. I'll never find a word to say enough, to tell enough. I mean, they aren't swell enough. You're much, too much, and just too very, very to ever be in the Webster's dictionary. And so I'm borrowing a love song from the birds to tell you that you're marvelous, too marvelous for words. You're much, too much, and just too very, very to ever be in a Webster's dictionary. And so I'm borrowing a love song from the birds to tell you that you're marvelous, tell you that you're marvelous, tell you that you're marvelous, too marvelous for words, too marvelous for words. It sounded like a fart there. Yeah, sometimes I like when I make a mistake, I come back stronger. So, we're following, instead of Leroy Brown, but, it's this path that we're following here. So here's the toughest guy, bad Leroy Brown. He's got everything. He's the coolest, the rings, the cars, and everything else. Oh, you're going to try to make up my check? I'll beat the crap out of you. Boom, he does it. So then we go to, it's almost like being in love. What a feeling this is. Oh, my God, what a mood I'm in. Now you're too marvelous for words. You know what? I'm about to take a chance on love. Got to do it. Gonna do it. Let's see what happens. Here I go again. I hear the trumpets blow again. All aglow again. Taking a chance on love. Here I slide again. About to take that ride again. Starry-eyed again, taking a chance on love. I thought the cards were a frame-up, I never would try. Now I'm taking that game up, and the ace of hearts is high. Things are mending now, I see a rainbow blending now. We'll have a happy ending now, taking a chance on love. Here I slip again, about to take that trip again. I got that grip again, taking a chance on love. And now I prove again that I can make life move again. I'm in a groove again, taking a chance on love. I walk around with a horseshoe and clover I lie. And Brother Rabbit, of course you better kiss your lips goodbye. I'm riding for a fall again. I'm gonna give my all again, taking a chance on love. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, here we go again. Boom. Now, I took the... Hey, drink up, all you people. Order anything you see, and have fun, all you happy people. The laugh and the drinks on me. Try to think that love's not around. Still it's uncomfortably near. My poor old heart ain't gaining no ground, 'cause my angel eye ain't here. Angel eyes that old devil sent, they glow unbearably bright. Need I say that my love's misspent with angel eyes tonight? So drink up, all you people. Order anything you see, and have fun, all you happy people. The drink and the laughs on me. Pardon me, but I've got to run. The facts uncommonly clear. Gotta find out who's now number one, and why my angel eyes ain't here. Excuse me while I disappear. I gotta go find my angel eyes. She sure as hell ain't here. You following the pattern now? Bad Leroy Brown messes with somebody, boom, he stands up for her honor. You know what? You're too marvelous for words. I'm going to take a chance on love. Boom, she's with somebody else already. That dirty no good. You know what that's called? As Francis Albert would say, that's called learning the blues, baby. That's right. We all been there. The tables are empty, the dance floor's deserted. You play the same love song, it's the 10th time you've heard it. That's the beginning, well, just one of the clues. You've had your first lesson in learning the blues. The cigarettes you light, one after another, won't help you forget her, or the way that you love her. You're only burning a torch you can't lose, but you're on the right track for learning the blues. When you're at home alone, the blues will taunt you constantly. When you're out in a crowd, the blues will haunt your memory. And the nights that you don't sleep, through the whole night you're crying, but you can't forget her. Soon you even stop trying, and you'll walk the floor till you wear out your shoes. When you feel your heart break, you're learning the blues. Here we go now. When you're at home alone, the blues will taunt you constantly. When you're out in a crowd, the blues will haunt your memory. Oh, the nights that you don't sleep, through the whole night you're crying, still you can't forget her. Soon you even stop trying, and you'll walk that floor till you wear out your shoes. When you feel your heart break, you're learning the blues. Oh, yeah. Class dismissed. Hold on. Okay. You can hear that. Lucky scratching at the door. He wants to come up. All right, so now we did good. Learned the blues, and now this is, at least guys, I know girls do it too. I know I did it once a long time ago. Maybe I was 19, and she left me. She left me in a heap. I went and got Johnny Black, and I sat at 18, 19 years old listening to Frank Sinatra records and drinking Johnny Walker Black. Oh, what a moron. Anyway, this song he did on his TV show, the Frank Sinatra show, at least once every other couple of weeks, because it just, the way he did it, he was always wanted to be an actor, and I thought he was a pretty damn good actor, except when he played a cop in some movies. It's not his style, you know. Some of them he was great in, and some of them he wasn't. But when he was a knockaround guy, and then when he did the Pal Joey, the man with the golden arm, there were just so many of them. Of course, Ocean's 11. I mean, just Guys and Dolls, just great actor. And of course, the movie that we worked on, Contract on Cherry Street, which he was the executive producer for the in theaters inside the regular movie theaters all throughout Europe, which is in the United States. It was a made-for-TV 2-part series on NBC, and he was good in that one too. But maybe I'm a little prejudiced, but that was fun times, right, Daddy-O? Sang Happy Birthday to my Daddy-O. Daddy-O! He was like this. Like you couldn't believe it. Frank Sinatra was singing Happy Birthday to him. Right, Daddy-O? That was a good day. Anyway, so he did this song, and it's called One for My Baby, written by Johnny Mercer, who he loved to death. And it's about a guy, and the girl broke up with him. He goes, where do you go? You go to the bar. You sit down and, you start drinking, and then when the time's right, you start chewing the bartender's ear off and telling about this epic love story that you had that's now coming to an end. And guy's getting ready to close, and he says, all right, you have to live up to the bartender's code. You have to listen to my story first, and then I'll let you go home. And so he does. And then he says, all right, we have one more. Make it one for my baby and one for the road. It's 2:45, baby. Poor Joe. And as a guy who bartended for 6 years, I understand. It's 2:45. No one in the place except you and me. So set him up, Joe. I got a little story I think you should know. We're drinking, my friend, to the end of a brief episode. So make it one for my baby and one more for the road. I got the routine. Put another nickel in the machine. I'm feeling so bad. Can't you make the music easy and sad? Could tell you a lot, but you've got to be true to your code. Just make it one for my baby, one more for the road. You never know it, but I'm a kind of poet, and I got a lot of things to say. And when I'm gloomy, You gotta listen to me till it's all talked away. Well, that's how it goes. And Joe, I know you're getting anxious to close. Thanks for the cheer. I hope you didn't mind my bending your ear. But this torch that I found must be drowned, or it soon might explode. So make it one for my baby, one more for the road. That long, oh, it's so long. That long, very, very long road. Shandan. That bitch. Oh, sorry. There you go. Hope you liked my little acting there. Huh? Pretty good, wasn't it? Yep. Get a job. So there is our Tuesday. Ooh, hold on. There you go. Our Blue Eyes Tuesday. And I think it was pretty good. It's about 25 minutes of songs and about maybe 15 minutes to 20 minutes of yapping. So that's not bad. I'd like to keep it 45, 50 minutes. Once we get to an hour, then I get a little more comfortable. Then we go over, and it's just too much, Because I know, people got lives. You're not like me, I got nothing to do. I sit here and sing. I don't even have pants on. That's how nice it is here. Did I say that out loud? Tino, are you a ventriloquist? What? Did you see that? That was some jump. Very good. The Russian judge gives it a 7.4. So, all right. So that's the show for tonight. Keep saying prayers for everything goes nice and good with the Christmas special coming up. Second week in November we film. It's going to be fun. Plus we get to eat and drink. This is even better. And cook. Could be a good time. But in the meantime, we got work to do. And I just got an email, and I don't know. Here it is. Hold on. It wasn't an email. It was an email. What the hell? I just want to read it to you because I know how much you care about what's happening in my world. There you go. Hello, Songfather. Bravo. Another great week for Songfather Radio with more than 20,000 listeners tuning in last week. What? Nice. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear. P.S. Please pay your bill. I get it. Then once I pay my bill, it turns out it's only 20 people. Okay, never mind. I figured the whole thing out. Dirty, no good rotten. But anyway, that's the story. Tonight starts the playoffs, the wild card games. If you're still into baseball, watch it. Of course, if it's one of your favorite teams, then definitely watch it and have fun. And yes, tomorrow we'll be on tomorrow. Maybe not Thursday. Going in to see Daddy. Oh! So again, if I don't do something Thursday, I'll definitely do it Friday, of course. Or I'll do it early Thursday. I'll surprise you. But if I can, then hey, you know what? We'll talk about it tomorrow. All right? So happy as the 2 days of contemplation is over. Happy Rosh Hashanah to everybody out there that celebrates because tonight's the party. Mazel tov. If I was a rich man. Vida, 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 vida. I don't know. So have a good night, everybody. I love yous. Keep it on. Keep on spreading the word, please. And share, share, share. Because sharing is caring. And if you're proud and you're happy to be part of what we're doing here, you got to share it. Let other people know and join in. Because, eventually I'm going to make the leap over to live. And if I do that, I'm not going to be able to do that chat. That's the only thing holding me back because we have a lot of fun going back and forth. So we'll see what happens. But for now, time to say goodbye. Tino, say goodbye. What the frig is he? Tino. Damn, there he is. I see you. What? Wow. Okay, good idea. That's what we'll do tomorrow night. All songs about or by birds. All right, you happy? It's like Paul McCartney and Wings, something like that. Chicken wings, love it. Tastes like finches. Ciao. Love you, Bam. Goodbye. Daddy-o. Did you like it? Francis Albert says hello from the inside my head. All right, ciao. Bye. Boom.